hands of the Magus emperors. When walls, the ground, lights, the world, breathed and grew at human whim, miraculous machinery lost to ancient thought. Before even the pergola on the plateau was raised, when water reached to the walls of the city, there was an only son, only child of the Magus. His name was Marius Nicolai, also called Sakhana, for he embodied the gentle warrior's way. Young but already wise, formidable in reason. Clever enough was he to discover the great evil in old Babylon, in the walls themselves, forces that held his dear land in secret thrall. Cousins, advisors, the builders, his father. Old Babylon Magus was dying a slow death at the hands of its keepers, bargains they'd made with forces beyond their ken. He would witness the end of it. Clever Sakhana, he made sure of it. He took action, performing rites for those he hoped he would save, and wept for the fall of this place, as he knew it must. By his engines, by his doing, Babylon fell in one night. His father, advisors, cousins, the walls. Many wonders and arts now gone. Sakhana cast himself from a keyhole parapet to the waves far below, his last desperate measure. Old Babylon Magus had different creatures then, and these saved the young man, bearing him far. Sakhana only heard their ocean music. He awoke on a shore at the base of a cliff as a woman was climbing down. He hailed her, and though hesitant, she went to help the stranger. This was Zoe, fleeing from capture. Sakhana was sorely weak. Zoe gave him water and brought him up the long approach to the entrance of a cave. Within were rooms hewn from the rough stone cliff. In one of these they hid, and as he regained his health, she told Marius Nicolai her tale. Zoe lived her whole life by this cliff, but was now pursued for reasons unknown. She could defend herself with her bow in hand, and that was all. Her pursuers were relentless. They threatened her family to find her. She was leaving to hide when she found Sakhana at the shore. Trusting Zoe in turn, Sakhana told her his tale of flight. He recovered, and they ventured further into the cave. They continued until they reached an iron gate. Beyond it lay sky. Light fell over expanses of mosaic-tiled streets. Sakhana saw before him a kingdom more beautiful than Babylon. Gardens, fountains, a palace in the distance, bathed in sunny silence. Zoe found the gate key nearby where it was hid, and they walked to the palace, eating fruit from the trees. Inside were further splendors, all deserted. A series of statues led them to a chamber below where a powerful light pulsed and glowed. The light poured forth from an enormous jewel, size of an eagle, crystalline and blue. It rested on a pedestal in the center of the great underground chamber. Without a thought, they drew close to this starry warmth, but as they touched it, the earth and the foundations began to shake. Sakhana went to flee, but Zoe cried out that they mustn't abandon the jewel. She toppled it from the pedestal, but it was too heavy for her to lift. So Sakhana carried it with her, though they could hear the castle crumbling above them. Through grave danger, they emerged to the mosaic-tiled streets. And that's all for now.